We'll have a look at the other Saturday night game down in Tasmania where Hawthorn jumped to 4-0. The Giants tasted defeat for the first time, slumping to 2-1. But this one was really tactically intriguing, wasn't it, Kate?
Yeah, it was. I think the first thing to premise on this game is there was a strong breeze towards the left of screen for the entire match, really, down at UTAS, and Hawthorn's ability to score goals against it in the third term, which we're seeing here. Their ability to just change up their tactics a little bit. We saw Luke Bruce has kicked 2 goals in this third term alone. Did a really good job on Sam Taylor, who's just become that matchup every time they play each other. So I think that was important, and I think, it was Gunston, that was playing that role, and that was the most important role for me. But my Saturday King, which is a little bit different than usual, a little bit off Broadway, I'm going to give Sam Mitchell and also the experienced players at Hawthorn, I'm going to give them the Saturday King. Their ability to just turn things around tactically. So in the first term, they gave up 5 goals to zip. And then in the third term, obviously, still against the breeze, they were able to flip that ledger, kicked 4 goals to 2. So had plus 26 disposals, 7 more inside 50s, 16 uncontested possessions. And then that one at the bottom, the most important, plus 13 on the scoreboard. When you're against a sort of what they were calling a 5 to 6 goal breeze, that's a huge turnaround. And a lot of credit has to go to the coaching staff, not just Sam Mitchell, but the coaching staff there, but the senior players as well, to be able to go out and implement that. Very impressed.
So a fantastic night for Sam Mitchell in the coach's box, as you say. What do you make of the game at large and the two teams? A bit of a litmus test for both sides heading into the early stage of the season.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything you can take away from GWS. I think they competed really well. I think Hawthorn probably just worked out how to play the conditions a little bit better than they did and reacted a little bit quicker. But I think there was a pretty impressive patch from Will Day, a good sort of few minutes there where he kicked a couple of goals and had a lot of scoreboard impact that kind of ultimately was the difference in the end. But their ability to still match it with the Hawks, who everyone's been raving about for a long time, and they've continued their run of form, 4-0, really one of the premier teams in the competition at the moment, and GWS really took it to them.
When it's a 2-kick game, you're obviously going to go back and analyse just the moments where it's a game of inches. And there was one moment in that second quarter where Josh Weddle took a mark, or did he? What was your take on how this unfolded? And do you think it had an impact on the game, given, look how far down they were at that stage, and it sort of kick-started that second-term comeback?
Yeah, well, this was the term where they needed to make the most of the breeze, and Josh Weddle was able to go back. And I think until we see it on this slow-mo, it becomes really clear that probably didn't control that all the way down. I'd say that's technically not a mark. It was paid a mark. He was good enough to go back and kick the goal, which you have to be in the moment. So that did really jumpstart their campaign in the second term, though.